Hey guys, I'm Isabella. Welcome back to the Secrets of the Night channel. Today I'm doing a reaction video to a TikTok that one of you actually sent me by email as a suggestion. Thank you for that. This video is about a woman who's wondering why men stopped approaching women. She also shares her advice on how men should approach. It's about 3 minutes long, and I saw a lot of comments from men that were very interesting. So I think it's going to be fun to watch it together, react, and break it down. Let's get straight into it. She asks, why do men no longer come up to women? She mentioned this in a TikTok last week and got a lot of comments from men. She says, this isn't meant as shade to men. She was just genuinely curious. She says she loves men, thinks they're awesome, but believes they're a little confused right now. Let me pause here and comment. I really like that she's asking this from a sincere place. She sounds open and caring toward men, and that's a great place to start. But I don't think men are confused. I believe many men are making a smart choice. Dating today can feel hostile toward men. Dating apps make it easier to be rejected or ignored. Approaching someone in person can feel risky. So a lot of men are choosing to protect their mental and emotional well-being instead. It's not confusion. It's a thoughtful decision to protect their peace. Ladies, we should think about how we can make this easier for them. If a man seems unsure or hesitant, it might be because he's had tough experiences before. We can respond with small acts of kindness, a friendly smile, a warm tone, or a polite response, even if we're not interested. It's not about changing who we are. It's about adding a little kindness to the interaction. Men are dealing with a lot. With just a bit of understanding from us, we might help them feel safer and more comfortable. And what do you think about the idea of us approaching them too? Anyway, let's continue. She says, most of the responses from men went something like, we were told not to approach you. We were told you want to be left alone, that you want your own space, and that you don't want us coming up to you. She adds that this is true for some women, but she personally loves meeting people in person and thinks it's a very confident and cool way to connect better than online. Okay, I like her enthusiasm for meeting people in real life. It's refreshing. Some women really do enjoy that. Others genuinely prefer their own space, and that's fine too. But here's the tricky part. Many women do feel this way. They don't want to be approached. So how is a man supposed to know which woman is which? That's the dilemma for men today. It feels risky because many women respond unkindly, labeling men as weird or creeps based purely on appearance or timing, no matter how respectful the man's intentions are. I agree with her that everyone's comfort matters. Men can look for cues like headphones, intense focus, or obviously busy body language that can be assigned to wait or not to interrupt. But we also need to ask, why are so many men avoiding in-person approaches now? Even with her kind encouragement, it takes a lot of courage for a man to walk up to a stranger. And right now, that courage often feels punished, not appreciated. Ladies, let's reflect. Men often hold back because they faced harsh rejection or worry about being misunderstood. Guys, I completely understand why you feel hesitant. Online, there's constant rejection. Offline, there's the fear of crossing a line even when your intentions are genuine. She then mentions that men said they've been called creeps and weirdos, and understandably they don't want that. She says it often comes down to how you approach a woman, that when men come with very intense, in-your-face energy, scattered and overly pushy, it feels off. Exactly what I was talking about before. I appreciate that she's trying to understand why men feel this way, and she's right. The way you approach does matter. But there's another layer to this. Sometimes what women label as creepy energy is simply a man who's nervous, shy, or not conventionally attractive to her. And that's a harsh reality. A man might stop approaching not because he's doing something wrong, but because he's been called creepy enough times for just trying. We as women really need to be more careful with those labels. If a man seems nervous but is being kind and respectful, we can still decline but gently. Instead of rolling our eyes or mocking him, we could say something like, "Thank you, that's kind of you, but I'm not interested." It takes nothing from us to respond with basic courtesy, and it protects men from being shamed for trying. Guys, approaching with calm, respectful energy, a simple greeting, clear intention, and no pressure always sets a better tone than a frantic or pushy approach. She then says, one of the most attractive things to women is emotional intelligence, and that it shows in the first few seconds. She suggests that if you see a woman working at a cafe, you could say, "Hey, my name is God. I thought you were really beautiful and you seem interesting. I'd love to get to know you more if you're interested." Then maybe slip her your number on a napkin and keep the energy calm, not needy or pushy. Here, I think her advice comes from a very good place. A calm, grounded approach is much better than nervous intensity. But in reality, some women still won't like being approached at all in working spaces like cafes, libraries, or gyms, no matter how polite you are. So, again, ladies, if you're focused or not in the mood, you can still set a boundary kindly. "I'm sorry, it's not a good time, but thank you. I appreciate it." A gentle tone and a small smile can keep the moment respectful for both sides. Guys, her script is a good starting point. Keep it simple, keep it light. Give her an easy way to say no. You might say, "If you're not interested, that's totally okay. I just wanted to say hi." That way, even if she isn't interested, you walk away with your dignity intact instead of feeling rejected harshly. One note though, if you really want to see her again and the interaction feels positive, it's often better to ask for her number rather than just giving yours and hoping she'll call. Most women won't. She says she finds it sweet and cute to be approached in person and believes many women feel the same, although some don't want to be approached, and that's fine. She thinks you can tell pretty quickly from body language whether a woman is open or not. Here I partially disagree. From my view, body language can help once you're already making eye contact or exchanging small signals like mutual glances, smiles, or casual interaction. But if she's a stranger you've never interacted with, you often won't get clear body language cues just out of nowhere. Many women will avoid eye contact by default, even if they're not against being approached in general. So relying fully on reading her body language can be unreliable and stressful. However, her bigger point is something I really respect. She wants people to interact more in real life, not just through screens. She doesn't want us to lose that human connection. And I agree. The world is becoming more introverted and phone-obsessed. Real-life connections are powerful and meaningful. But at the same time, men are facing real challenges today. Social pressure, fear of being labeled, recorded, mocked online, or misunderstood. So the real question is, how can we help each other? Guys, your peace comes first always, but don't lose hope completely. Ladies, we can support healthier interactions by responding with kindness, even when we're not interested. A warm thank you, but no, can encourage good men to keep trying with respect instead of giving up entirely. Anyway, I really enjoyed reacting to this video. She did a great job starting this conversation in a positive way. I'll leave a link to her content in the description. Please support her if you enjoyed this discussion. That's it for today. I'm really curious about your thoughts, so leave a comment and tell me. Do you think men should still approach women in person? Why or why not? Please like, subscribe, And until next time, I'm Isabella, and this is Secrets of the Night. See you in the next one. Bye.